here as we are underway. To refresh you on the teams quickly, TSM will be the blue team, bottom side of the minimap, and the left side of the spectator UI. It's going to be Divios, Ionic, Boosh, Gars, and Snoopy for TSM as Ratatasker, Fenrir, Isis, Ymir, and Rom. The other side is Fnatic, top side of your minimap, right side of your spectator UI, wearing the red trunks. It'll be Maniac in the solo lane as Hercules, Captain Twig, once again as Jungle Cirque, Zeros in the mid lane as Shanga and Badger Reels duoing up as the Bologna and Kronos.
Now, big things to note. What happened during picks and bans there? We saw Ratatoska get through the first pick phase for both teams. Sorry, the very first pick phase, then picked finally by TSM. We also saw them draft away Ymir away from Badger, as well as banning out Giannis and Freya from Fnatic. So TSM came out on top in picks and bans in terms of taking things away from Fnatic.
They also took away the Fenrir after they got the Ratatasker, so they couldn't counter the Ratatasker out of the jungle. So
good call.
With the gank pressure, so it's really good by TSM.
Yeah, and Ionic's Ymir didn't look great, but what it did look like is that Fnatic wasn't playing it. I think that was, Fnatic not having the Ymir plus Ionic's, pretty good performance on it ended up being really, really impactful in that last game.
We actually seen a Soulstone start here as well out of Zeros on this Chunga in the mid lane. Now you can see as well that I believe did he start Power Potion as well? Because he's only got one health potion online here. Or is he hard saving?
No. I think, and Aurora pointed this out earlier, I believe that he will be now opting into the double starting item start, banking all this gold. And not needing to fall back with the bunny. So he'll be looking for that Vampire Shroud to top this off.
Well, we'll see if he goes for that. Take into account the bunny has been increasing mobility, so you'll see that running across the map backwards and forwards a little bit quicker than we used to. And now that means that you can start seeing the items finished very, very quickly.
That being said, Isis can control that lane really, really well and shouldn't really have much detriment to the fact that Chang'e will have that limited sustain.
So are we calling it the TSM start or the Paradigm start? Because they just did the Paradigm start.
I saw that, I know.
It's the start. Let's just call it that for the time being.
The
it seems
start?
like that's what people are going for. If we see it different, then we're like, well, they're not doing the same, start as the other guys did. We can be neutral, be
they're
safe.
Not doing the start. Fenrir. Ooh, Fenrir. Uh-oh. Enhance, brutalize. First blood. Captain Twig takes a fall. Guards with a wraparound. Nicely done. Zero's going to get stunned out. Will they find the second kill? He's dead. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Guards with a double kill right off the bat on Fenrir.
Doesn't even find the Harpies either. They're still available for them to take as well. Fenrir in the jungle, played by Degaz, is going to have an absolutely monstrous lead.
Chang'e did get Vampire Shroud though.
he got it.
Free trip back to base.
That's the power of Fenrir right there. Jump in, brutalize. Surcat can't get away if she doesn't have her 3. She's dead. Jump gets cut in half cooldown-wise, jumps on the Chang'e, and then kills her too. Great play by Gars.
So what you're going to see out of this double start as well, Soulstone and Vampiric Shroud, what he's looking to do here is just to use the early game sustain he's going to get from both of these. Mana regen increase as well, but once again, mid lane, more aggression.
Little off the mark there. Boosh firing out the Spirit Ball just before Gars leapt in. Unfortunately, unable to hold that one and find that easy kill.
That's like the perfect start, though, for TSM, honestly. Quick first rotation of the game coming out from Degaz, picks himself up an easy kill in the jungle, and then the follow-up, great Spirit Ball coming out from Boosh. Just secures him the second on Chang'e, who didn't have the dance available to escape the Spirit Ball.
So after a pause there, coming out of the gate really, really quickly.
Yeah, they did.
2 kills for TSM right away, and well, we kind of mentioned that if this game spiraled out of control quickly, that we would expect this one to go 3-1, and well, that could very well be the case here, as TSM is pulled quite far ahead, and Fenrir jungle doesn't fall off for a long time.
Yeah. And as you saw something what Boosh did there was 3 archers in the lane still. He opted to go to the mid camps to help Gars fight. So that was perfect play by Boosh, noticing the situation that he had. So good job to him.
Yeah, I think Boosh there, turning up to that fight at the end, just secured the second kill more than anything else. Because if he didn't turn up for that one, I don't think we would have seen the second one go down at all. Because, he felt like he was safe as Zeros there.
Oh, Divios gets a nice bit of damage there on the Maniac with the Acorns coming out. And yeah, working towards that Emerald Acorn to get the sustain most likely out of this solo lane.
See how this one plays out as the time goes on now, because TSM, this is the fastest game start so far, but is it just going to go back to neutrality once more, or are we going to see the continued aggression? I hope to see that the Gars tries to abuse it.
Level 5. Oh my god, look how fast he's level 5.
Yeah, he got 5 quick. Well, don't forget.
Good ward.
Yeah, great ward there by Maniac.
I think he had a feeling something was up just by position and stuff, and there you can see the boulder being used as well. So just going to be able to disengage, driving strike onto Digos. Oh, those tower shots. They hurt that level.
Yeah, and there, that was like a 50-50. He chose left, and Digos happened to go right. Yeah. That could have been ugly quick. Uh-oh, here comes the Doge. In some trouble is Maniac. I'm not sure if they have enough damage to really secure this one. Divios can't reliably go back in. No, he'll use the ultimate. The healing coming out. Brutalizes there, jumping down.
Miss Squirrel.
Oh, he juked it.
Oh, he juked out the ultimate, and now he's got driving strike available. They're going to have to disengage Maniac. He's going to survive that gank. That's unusual. I'm surprised Devios missed that.
Well, Divios was afraid of the archers,
That's
actually,
true.
so that's why he was so hesitant to go in.
I thought he was going to ult in because just to secure the kill more than anything else.
Yeah. That's what he wanted to do, but he could have went in sooner. He didn't have to blow his ult if it wasn't for the archers. And then Maniac postured towards the archers, and then he went back to his jungle. So it was perfect juke by Maniac right there.
Perfect juke, but he does lose his blue buff on this on this right-hand side as well.
Still
Thanks to
forced him out.
the rotation from Ionic just helping out there.
Look at the patience from Divios there. I mean, I'm going and taking that blue buff, but, you know, he realizes that the Circuit's off the map. They don't know where she was, and it's just too dangerous to go in. They're just happy to take the mana away from Hercules.
Well, Devios needs to be careful here. Going to dash away. Double dash actually did connect there. Driving strike comes out from Maniac.
Guards got ulted. Guards got ulted. Uh-oh, Captain Twig, he's dead. Now they're going to turn their attention to Maniac. 4 kills coming their way in the early game for TSM, unresponded to by Fnatic.
That was a big pickup for TSM there. Chunga still in mid lane. Zeros was there. Badge is going to rotate to the right to make sure they don't drop the tower. They're going to lose right and Harpies as well here as we tune in with Snoopy just to clean up this buff. TSM starting to walk away with this one so far, Aurora.
Yeah, I don't think Fnatic was ready for the Fenrir jungle at all. That's what it looks like right now. Gar is putting so much pressure onto Fnatic.
You just don't want to fight level 2, level 3 versus a Fenrir with a
early
Cirque.
rotation. That early rotation was the big key from Degars finding that pick onto Captain Twig in the jungle.
Yeah, and
followed by Zeros. It's just snowballing.
Yeah, and Boosh leaving the wave to go help him fight. That was great.
I think that was a big key. You keep bringing back to that. That Boost leaving the wave was the important thing because generally in the start of the game you're like, guys, I've got farm. I need to pick this up. It's important. But
that's
Boosh,
how mids feel all the time.
Exactly.
They're like,
Best.
I got to get my wave.
Can we take a look quickly at the
rotate.
graphs here? Let's take a look at how big the experience advantage has grown for TSM. 2,500 gold through the first 2,500 experience, through the first 5 minutes is astoundingly
2K
large.
gold lead in this current meta as well, where we're looking at a lot, like 2 to 4K is sort of a substantial lead now. Anything over 5K, you're dominating the game, but 2K already at 5?
Not to mention, it's a kill a piece onto your mid laner as well as your solo laner, and then 2 onto the enemy jungler. I mean, they've really locked down just the right targets as well.
Yep. I think the one thing about the gank on Maniac as well, Maniac was very lucky, you know, as he did escape, but he just used the boulder as well to clear the wave, and I thought, I guess he's just going to back and play it safe, but stuck in there and then ended up getting baited in a little bit by Devios. He's just going to watch when he uses those boulders for the time being here as Degar's just chilling in the mid lane. They're trying to zone him off the experience here, keep Chunga away.
Well, 6 minutes in now, 4-2-0 in favor of Team Solo Mid. You got to think they're looking for a gold fear at some point here with this advantage.
Yeah, they started to clear up sentries in the jungle now as well and get full gold fear, mid-camp control as well. So they're looking for the mid-harpies, like we saw from the old season as well now, Rod. Like, control these mid-harpies, get the lead, continue to snowball.
Yeah, exactly. And they have a really good core in Ymir, Fenrir, and Isis. Like, their fight is crazy at the mid. So Fnatic can't really contest them because they are behind. Circuit behind can't really fight a lot of CC.
And everything we've kind of talked about with Ratatasker has been, you know, let's take a moment here as Zeros is going to get chain stun out in the mid lane, but diminishing returns factoring into a big thing there as that stun plus the silence from Boosh is basically max.
They did get Zero's beads though, that's a big factor in the mid lane as well. Just keep an eye on Degars. If he does want to engage onto Zeros now, the opportunity is prime.
So yeah, just quickly back to this matchup, right? We kept on talking about Ratatasker as having a really hard matchup in the 1v1 early on, but when by that right, if that logic is true, then that means that if he finds kills in the early game, that he should be very, very effective, and that is what we're seeing here, right? With that 1 kill now, Divios doesn't have to try to force anything, can just happily farm up and have impacted team fights.
Yeah, Divios is smiling because he knows how bad Herc is from behind. Ooh, there's a fight here.
Gars, he's going to use the ultimate now. Chronos beads, 1 use. Snoopy throwing in the pot shots over the top of the stun. Here comes the Rommel. 1, 2, no, off the mark, and Gars goes
Reels.
down. Reels turns that one around nicely.
The realization that he could actually just turn on his feet then, Snoopy had gone to the sky. He's like, I'm probably going to go down to the snipe anyway, but hopefully I can find the kill and trade.
That was the worst thing that could happen for TSM. Reels picked that kill up there, and then they lose. Oh, another fight's breaking out.
Maniac in a lot of trouble here. Divios dashing through. Mir ultimate use is going to hit, and it's enough damage. Ionic securing the kill there. Rotating all the way over from the duo lane to get that kill.
For Ionic to be playing Ymir as well, it's like something we've not really seen out of NA too much over the course of the seasons. But he's pulled it out, taking it away from Badger. It's been impactful too.
Yeah, he's playing great. But going back to Reels for Fnatic, if they do want to get back into this game, it's going to be on Reels' shoulder. And getting a kill there is great for them to try to get back into this game.
But no boots is the build he's gone for here. Obviously, Chronos can get some movement speed and has the ultimate as well to kind of bail himself out of sticky situations. But his ability to really control team fights without that extra MS and move around in the fights that we saw with the Freya, who was building first on a Fatalis, is going to be probably very difficult for him to manage that.
Yeah, he was probably saw the the double kill him in. He's like, all right, we're going late game. and he's choosing to go
Does
the
that
late
happen a
game
lot
kill.
in games when you're like, all right, guys, we just gave up loads of kills. All right, let's just focus on late game.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we got a bet late game. We
That
got
happens
Kronos. We got
sometimes.
Kronos.
Yeah, exactly.
On top of that, though, Kronos has, I mean, Real's on this Kronos, he has opted into maxing his 2-second as well. So he's going to get some mobility from that, some extra sustain, some extra poke damage too. So that will help him out a little bit because he's not gone boots just yet.
I think maybe there was, something very, very telling about, EU's reticence to pick up the Ratatasker here. It doesn't look like Maniac has very much experience with the matchup.
I don't know. To be fair, I'm not sure how much
we're
we've
gonna have an
actually seen
engagement
get
here in
through.
the mid lane. Oh, Ionic tried to blink,
Wait,
didn't
but
get
to
it.
do it.
It was off cooldown, but he still finds the stun onto Zeros, and that's going to be an easy kill, even with a Moonlight Waltz. Yes, there it is. The Ice Ultimate secured that one. Boosh credited with yet another kill. 6-1 for Team Solo mid.
Zeros was supporting Badger, who was overextended again, and what happened there, Zeros did not see the rotation behind him as Ionic came in.
Yeah, I think Zero's kind of panic ulted there. He kind of just 180 threw his ult out to try to peel for
Just get
himself,
damage.
and he just missed everybody.
Yeah, that's one of those things like, before I die, let's try and get damage off
Exactly.
again. I think this is what we've seen out this Chango again here, but it's similar to what Poseidon was. It's like, he got the Krakens off, but they didn't really do much. And that time around, Waxing Moon didn't even connect.
How greedy can Divios play here? I mean, what do you think the next item is going to be on Ratatasker?
Jotun? Yeah, probably
Yeah,
Jotun's
probably
standard.
Jotun's.
It's really
Jotun's.
standard for him to go into that.
Yeah, that's not that greedy. I feel like he
He's
has
not greedy,
beats
but-
as
No,
well.
he hasn't gone yet, but I'm asking, I mean, with this advantage, I mean, do you think we'll see...
Ooh.
Oh, it's a huge two-man stun. Glaive Strike hitting 2 as well. The ultimate coming out, and that's an easy kill as Fenrir holds him in place. Maniac starting to heal back up.
that's
Will they
so
get it?
easy.
They will indeed. Boosh finds a kill on a Maniac there, and now underneath the tower, all 5 members of TSM still remaining. Snoopy putting the chainsaws out onto Reels. Reels going to move back. Snoopy going to try to chase him down, but the
chase
rewind
Reels.
just too far. They're going to have also Changa and Bologna over there on the right side helping pick up the camp.
Snoopy.
Did
Snoopy snipe over on the backside, picking up the guy who was just
was
about to
great.
get out. Really big pickup from just to extend the lead even further. They're not going to get much more out of it, though, other than the kills, but they're really giving Fnatic a spanking here.
Yeah, this is, this is TSM and TSM's kind of top form.
This is TSM back to old days, yeah. I mean, we've not seen this for a little while out of them. They slipped to number 3 in North America.
We won't
which
talk about that, Spirit Ball.
They've not seen, I mean, we've not seen them be so bad since the LAN. I mean, the LAN was the last time we saw them fall from grace, and now find themselves 3rd seed up against Fnatic, who have never, ever finished below their seeding. They're seeded number 2 in EU.
Yep. Maybe this international competition has sparked like new motivation for TSM, and now they're back into the game and they're playing great.
Well, at the moment, I mean, in between games between these two now, it's 6-4 in terms of how many games these have played in favor of TSM. If they win this one as well, going to pop them to 7-4, so just extend the lead further. I mean, these two teams backwards and forwards all the time. This time, though, if this keeps going, TSM is going to snowball this even harder. I'm pretty sure Golden Experience is just accelerating further than we ever expected.
Well, yeah, they're being pretty efficient with their camp splits here as well. They've grown about 1,000 gold since we last checked in. 3,600 gold, 3,600 experience, still separating the teams. TSM, they haven't done too much in terms of getting much better there, but it does look like that they are going to be running into a pause here as it's 8-1 in favor of TSM. 11 minutes 20 seconds into this contest, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, the two teams so far, from my standpoint, Fnatic came out the gates very, very strong game 1, had a fantastic game for themselves. TSM fought their way back into it in game 2, even though game 1 TSM didn't look that bad. But now we're going to see if there's anything else that's actually going to happen between these two teams.
So, yeah, you see the pause continue to come out there. Gold Fury engagement looked like it was going to get started up there by TSM, or at least force a fight. And I think that's a good call.
Yeah, it mainly looks like war coverage wars more than anything else, but that's where you see a lot of picks over at the Gold Fury as well, isn't it, Rob? I mean, basically it's one of the two teams trying to take out the Gold Fury.
Yeah, exactly. And Fnatic's trying to use their Circuit to get picks there, and if they could, that'd be great. But TSM's just really strong right now, and they're playing as a unit, so it's going to be really hard to pick one of them
Yeah,
off.
and Captain Twig, it's like you were saying, like from behind, Circuit. Like now, instead of going and saying like I'm going to be aggressive and I'm going to be kind of the initiator sometimes even in these fights, it's more like I just desperately need to farm.
Yep.
I need to get crit online.
Right there, Ionic just got put his Ymir wall up and he made Badger ult.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's crazy.
Although it's a 40-second cool. All right, I guess at this point it's probably in the 60
Yeah.
Hey,
range.
and with that, the Gold Fury is now being pulled as well by Team Solo Mid. They're trying to make something worthwhile happen here. With Badger's ult being on cooldown, can they force the engagement? Will Ionic on the forefront, going to find a freeze.
Oh, big Spirit Ball coming in, doing a lot of damage. Captain Twig in some trouble here on the Circuit, but Zeros find the kill to Snoopy. They went
That's
unchecked. They wrapped around and found that kill. Easy peasy. And now it's TSM trying to disengage. Heavenly Agility popped. Ionic likely to fall here. Zeros, if he can close the distance, no. They're going to stun him out, and Boosh is just going to run. He's going to use his beads to get the bonus MS, and a nice wall there is going to lock out Fnatic, but now Fnatic has an opportunity at the Gold Fury.
They do. Zeros just walked to the back line and went, Snoopy, come to daddy. Annihilated him before he could do anything in that fight. Snoopy's been taken out, means that there's not a whole lot TSM can really do here. They have to contest, though, and they're on the way.
I feel like if we could hear the TSM comms, it would be the second time now we've heard Snoopy go, team, Anyone here? No, no one?
Hello,
No.
team?
Well, I'm dead.
I mean, we also see the reset Isis Bush is going to just fall himself back again. He preemptively beads it. He didn't have the cooldowns from max beads, but what he did do is just in case there was a further engagement, he got himself out of dodge.
I was a little bit surprised there in that last engagement that they went in and aggressed into Fnatic instead of securing the Gold Fury there. With an Isis and a Mirror ultimate, I mean, you can't fight into that.
The scary thing is Chunga just up in your face like that too. She was leading the charge from the forefront.
Oh, they'll get Twig here. Twig gonna get chain stun, damage coming through, but knock forward is Ionic, then driving strike by the Hercules. But he's fighting in that Bologna ultimate, losing the protection battle for the moment. Maniac's starting to take some damage.
Maniac's in trouble. Maniac
Spirit
could die
Ball's
down.
gonna hit. Do they have the poke? They do indeed. As Snoopy comes through with the ultimate from the jungle to secure that kill for himself. One more shot to come out. Twig gonna leap away from that one, but Ionic a bit too low for them to force Gold Fury off the back of this, and Real's trying to find an angle to come in.
We saw one good fight from Fnatic, but once again, it's TSM on the advantage here. Diving in once more, trying to take down this tier 1 tower. They're going to find it and then reset for the Gold Fury. They can look to abuse it if they want to, but it looks like they're just going to check out buffs instead.
Yeah, they want to steal away this red buff here. Nice play by TSM to notice that this is going to be the best opportunity they have to get a little bit extra out of that kill. Gar's going to pick that one up, but now they're going to be in an awkward position as Snoopy is backing into Boosh, and Gar's trying to hold the front line from Badger, leaping forward. He's going to miss that leap onto Reels, unfortunately, there, and, well, it doesn't matter. They're trying to disengage anyway as TSM.
Loves Real's position in there. He just rotated back to his team, didn't force the rewind out of himself or panic, just rotated to his team. It's like, well, if you're going to come on me, my teammates are here.
Here comes Ionic. He may have the blink available here with the freeze if he can close the distance. No, I don't think they'll go into the Chronos.
Not for the time being, no. So 92 in favor of Team Solo mid here. 4,000 gold lead. And things looking okay for the time being with TSM, but not as well as they hoped.
Yeah, right there in that last fight, Gars tried to jump in on their backline. He missed his jump, and as soon as he missed his jump, they disengaged. Very smart play by TSM to get out, knowing that they didn't have all their cooldowns up.
So we're looking at 14 minutes, 30 seconds into this one. Still 9-2. Still a favor for TSM. Divios, you can see, playing Ratatasker here versus Maniac. Healing himself up with that Emerald Acorn and surviving that Hercules Burst pretty well. And now a Heavy Hammer coming his way as well.
Well, he's going to reduce attack speed as well, which is one thing you want against the Chronos. It's going to deal with him substantially. If you can get, you're going to also see Devios look to dive onto that Chronos right on the back line. So applying that auto attack passive, which is going to reduce the attack speed that he's got, going to be really beneficial. Plus the slow.
Looking over to the left side lane here, it's you know, there's a lot of members of Fnatic over here, but they don't really have an opportunity to make a play. And this roaming duo that we're riding along with now in Ionic and Gars has been so very effective at picking up, especially the mid laners.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle for Fnatic so far. The funny thing is, though, when you actually look at the person who's died the most, it's actually Maniac. That's unusual for him currently. 0-4-0 in this lane. He's not having the best of time of it.
Yeah, he had a rough time at the start. He did get ganked after Fenrir got a double kill, so Fenrir was able to ult
But he
him.
survived that, though.
He survived it, and it pushed him out of lane, and he lost his blue buff. And he has Mystical Mail, so Divios was able to push him into the tower, and he lost a ton of gold from that.
So just getting beat down because I've got no blue buffs to stay. And obviously, Blue Steel Pendant not as effective as it used to be on Hercules. So
if you have Mystical Mail and you lose your blues Herc, you're going to be in a world of pain.
you can just stand there and just eat minion poke.
Yeah, without the hog especially. A little bit of a crutch has been kicked out from under him.
For the time being, anyway, we'll see what happens as this one goes on.
We did see Divios, though. He was, I think, 0-4 as well. And then he had so much impact in being the player of the game in the last game.
I think that's the thing with Hercules, though. I mean, he can get behind, but he can still be an influence. If he gets one good Earthbreaker or a driving strike off, or just disrupts the team enough, bait them into fighting him all the time, he can turn it around.
Yeah, that's why he works as a support, basically. He's not necessarily as item-dependent as other gods.
I actually like the way Devios is playing this rat, though, right now. He's putting the poke pressure onto Maniac here, but he's not scared because he can dash out most of the time if he gets hit by the driving strike. He's actually standing behind her, like, driving strike me and not the minions, so you can't wave clear them as effective.
So this game so far, Bologna has had the lowest impact, I feel like, out of all the support Bologna games. I think TSM has really adapted to it well, and they're starting to play around it, and it's not really going well for Fnatic.
That
either.
Chronos Bologna lane has nowhere near that kind of kill potential that the Freya one does. Right? You don't have the chain slows. You don't have the same kind of long-range killing power.
I think from what I can see, I feel like Trixtank's Bologna play on the support role was better than what Badger's done so far with it today. Not seeing much out of it as Gold Fury does go to TSM, uncontested pretty much.
I think that's a good timing for them, right? Because they were starting to fall off in terms of their momentum, and so that gives them another good opportunity. Now they got a chance to get a kill maybe onto the circuit here. They're going to look at the Chonga. Nice wall there as well from Ionic. In comes Mr. Divios. Send the damage out of the Acorns. One more shot should do it, and yes, there it is. It's the Ragnarok to secure the kill. Now it's Maniac trying to zone for his team. Boosh fighting Circuit, has the ultimate active on him, and is forced to leave the fight. Badger may look to finish this one with an Eagles rally. Does he get the kill? Bludgeon over the top. Yes, it is indeed
bludgeon.
enough. Ionic, unfortunately, zoning out the team. Here comes Snoopy, as well as Divios into the backline, still trying to fight Circuit. Disarmed by Bologna nicely there. Snoopy forced to fall away from this one. Fnatic looking to get anything out of it. Earthshaker, driving strike. Do they have enough to kill Ionic?
Don't know. Will they have the freeze available? There's the stun going to be hit by Reels as Snoopy does land 2 snipes, but not onto the target he really wants on that Badger, who's very, very tanky. First time we've actually seen there that Badger got involved and picked off the targets when he needed to.
Yeah, that was great by Badger. He's been playing a lot better now. After, I guess he just needed a couple items. That's what really helped.
I mean, he Eagles rally in, took out the ISIS, then turned around, disarmed Snoopy, who was trying to deal damage to his backline, and then defended his team perfectly.
Yeah.
But
Great
it doesn't
play.
stop the grass from continuing to trend up in favor of TSM as they took that Gold Fury. 5,000 experience, 5,500 gold, separating the teams now through 18 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough ask here for Fnatic. We're really looking at late game, looking for Hercules to get full build, be the unkillable machine he can be. Kronos and Chunga team together could be a big issue because the mobility of those two. I mean, Chunga, people underestimate how she's played out for the most part. She plays almost like a warrior, and the ability for her to deal a lot of damage over a short space of time, and her mobility, thanks to her passive, will really kick in and hopefully help her out. With Bologna being there as a frontline tank too, if Fnatic can get late game, I like it, but can they get there?
Divios has no fear.
No.
He's
He can
like,
just sustain back up straight afterwards. That heavy hammer is just helping out so much.
We also have to remember that there's a Ratatasker in this game. TSM has that, and he's going to destroy the late game because he's just been farming all game, and he's been ahead of Herc.
So what build are we looking at on the Ratatasker going forward here? Or are we going to be seeing
he's also leading all players in gold.
Yeah, I don't know. He built the heavy hammer build, or the Frostbound hammer build, which is pretty interesting. I was expecting Jotuns. Maybe he'll pick the Jotuns up now, but I wonder what direction he's going to head into.
Divios always goes this, though, doesn't he? He's always this tanky. If he plays an assassin, he'll build it tanky every single time so he can go in and stay
Well, think
alive.
of it from this perspective, right? The attack speed slow to Frostman Hammer. Hercules is going to be relying really heavily, in fact, on in-hands to clear the wave. And it really gives him a lot of control of the laning phase with this item. I don't think it's even really that focused on team fights.
Well, I mean, it will hit
later on,
Kronos
it's good for
still.
Kronos,
Yeah.
but like for the next 15 minutes, he ain't hitting Kronos.
That's true.
Well, I feel like now it's kind of just a farm lane, so the Frostbound hammer isn't going to really do anything in lane. Herc's Mystical Mail is just going to clear it while they just both farm. And then I feel like Divios is going to transition better into late game team fights. That's probably what's going to happen.
What it feels like in the lane as well is that Maniac's being not necessarily fully baited by Divios, but wanting to put damage onto Divios to force him back. Driving striking him into the tower multiple times, but that's affecting his wave clear potential. So he seems like he's always pushed up to the tower. He's not under threat of losing the tower, really. But he's been chipped down because of the fact that he's just constantly driving, striking Divios, looking for the damage. But Divios is just sustaining back up.
He's like 1,800 gold ahead of the Hercules individually. And
well, that's because of the tower being pushed into the tower consistently.
And when you look at that net worth chart, right, you see Ratatasker, Fenrir, and Rom leading the charge, and those are the 3 cores for TSM. So, and then right behind them, Isis, their mid laner. It's a very difficult position that Fnatic find themselves in.
Yeah, really surprised that we actually see Degar's actually second. I expected to see him top after the first 2 kills he picked up this game. I thought he'd be way, way ahead of everybody, but Divios doing a great bit of individual performance over in that solo lane. Been involved in 7 of the kills, so far this game out of 10. Not bad for a solo lane.
Yeah, Gars has been rotating around a bit. I mean, trying to make space on the map. It's less important that Fenrir continues to have like really accelerated farm than it is that he continues to have momentum impact on the game.
Talk about mobility as well. I mean, Ratatasker, when he goes up into that ultimate, he can get fast across the map and then influence the fights. That's why he's been able to get over there so quick.
Yeah, Divios has been using his ultimate very well. We saw early on how he jumped onto Reels and they won that team fight because of it. So as long as he keeps diving the backline, they're going to be winning these team fights.
What do you think about Divios going back at 20 minutes and buying Teleport 1?
I think he's just trying to match up with Hercules here more than anything else, I guess. Because what he can do now is he can just pin Hercules in lane if he wants to. And then if he wants to teleport in, force Herc to as well.
Look how good TSM is on these timers. They're just completely stripping this blue buff away from Hercules.
This is good work from the boys at TSM because this is where the control really starts to come from in the jungle now. Because the jungle's up so often, if you can keep doing it over and over again, you're going to find wins.
Yeah, indeed. Unfortunately, the ultimate down there. No, Ragnarok was available. I can't believe he didn't use it to kill Twig.
Surprised that he didn't go for that as well. I guess they didn't think they were going
Maybe
to
he
have as
thought he
much
had
burst.
beads.
Yeah, I thought he had beads
As well. But I mean, the damage from it would have just killed him enough anyway, wouldn't it, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
Snoopy.
I don't think he knew he had that much damage.
Snoopy trying to make the plays here. Gets disarmed. Wants to cut the creep wave and help with his tower.
TSM feeling themselves now. If Snoopy's going to go on the back line like that, you know they're feeling confident.
Yeah.
They have the opportunity. They think they're so big right now, which they are, to be fair, that they can roam around the map like this and start trying to find picks.
Well, they're going to recall with 3 here, and they all will get out. No disruption there. Ionic going to fall back as well. Boosh is going to make his way back to the lane and continue farming away on his Isis, who, well, she's been pretty effective so far this game, but we haven't seen that big kind of team fight changing ultimate just yet out of Boosh, but so far his farm has been impeccable.
And he's been getting Gars going as well, which is really good.
biggest things I can really see out of these games so far is this game is the one where we see the counter picks come out from TSM, focusing away on zeros, taking away the Freya from Reels, and then on top of that, this Circuit from Captain Twig, it's not really come to fruition. Either of these two games, it's never really felt like it did enough to like warrant the pick, you know? They picked this over the Ratatoska in the jungle too, and it's not working out for them.
Speaking of Ratatasker, he and Gars are going to try to make a play here on the Maniac, and the play is made. Maniac to fall here as the damage comes through. One more shot going to do it. Gars credited with a kill.
Yeah. Nobody there to even rotate in. Godfrey was available, but the boys of Fnatic not in position to do anything about that at all. Reels just recalling back to base after clearing out, and now they might even lose the speed in the jungle.
They're going to make their way there, try to force Circuit away, and yeah, indeed they will. If they force the reset, they'll pick it up before it goes fully heal back. Badger tried to dash in, not going to get it. Gars is there. He's going to come over the top and stun Badger. But I can't believe this is a fight that they want to take. There's no way. Yeah, dashing away now is Divios, and they're forced to run. Reels is here. No! Divios is calling for the fight. The team trying to rally in. They're right behind Chaga's. Chaga's making her way in. Divios is affected by that Circuit ultimate. No healing coming his way, even with that Emerald Aircorn. Doing the damage now as the fight breaks out towards the mid lane. Captain Twig forced a leap out. And it looks like that's going to be it for the moment. No re-engage coming out as, Divios tried to make the play there, and team unable to rally in time.
Yeah, but I mean, they wasted Circuit ultimate on Divios, didn't manage to find the kill at all. He just walked away.
Yeah, Divios knows himself so well. Building that Frostbound Hammer, he knows how long he's going to survive in those fights. He's just a great player. He puts a lot of time into the game, and that was just a great display of it right there.
So they get the pick, they get the speed buff, and then they take a fight that they don't lose anything on either. Like, they get out of dodge 2v4.
Yeah.
Nicely done there by Team Solo Mid as we approach the 24-minute mark in this contest. 11-3 in their favor. The gold and experience still heavily favoring the boys in blue. 9,000 gold, 9,000, 9,500 experience now to their credit. And, well, 10,000 gold, 10,000 experience is really where the game becomes very difficult to bring back in your favor.
Especially this meta as well, because when you start to see these sort of numbers, it's generally one-sided. And this is even without the Fire Giant and most of the Tier 2 all the Tier 2 towers, still standing too.
Yeah, I feel like TSM can now start grouping around this Fire Giant and looking to pick it up. They have the Isis and the Ymir ult to secure it, so they could definitely do this if they wanted to. They just have to watch out for the Changa ult and the Chronos stun. But they could peel off it and fight them, and they could bait, because they have Ymir. Ymir's going in now.
Tries to make the play, immediately beads down. Captain Twig going to rotate in as well. Going to keep Ionic CC'd underneath the tower. That's a dead Ionic.
No, not for the time being. No, the lies. Badger does come in the end to secure that one. Can they follow up onto Snoopy? He's going to take to the sky.
I think it spread. Yeah. I think it spread to him. It spread through the creeps onto Snoopy. Yes, it did indeed. Snoopy can't heal. Yeah, Snoopy, can they chase him down? Sprint is activated. Do they have the CC? Yes, nicely placed by Maniac, securing what ultimately becomes a double, but they will give up their tier 2 on the right side for the trade. TSM notices that, they can't make much out of that left side lane. Might as well go pressure the right.
Well, I mean, tier 2 tower goes down. It's a worthwhile gold, 300 to each member of the team. That's going to help them out. Left-hand side, they're going to get 100 gold as a result of that one kill. That's not enough for Fnatic to get themselves back into this one. They're going to get pressured in mid lane here as well by Degazi, who does a good rotation in, and Devios zoning away.
I don't think they can rotate in time to stop this here.
They're going to stick to the left line tier 2 there. Maybe they can get Phoenix.
That's a terrible trade.
No, I think they're going to try to give it up and get the Phoenix. Yeah, they want the Phoenix.
Can they get the
Amir's
Phoenix?
back. No, Amir can zone with his ultimate and clear the wave. It's 2 tier 2s traded for 1. TSM comes out ahead.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a call from Fnatic there. They decided to back away, and I think maybe they're going to try and catch him on the rotation back to mid lane. A little bit overextended to Devios here, as is the boost. Boost should be the call here. He's the easy one to go on to.
Gars whiffed. A lot of trouble, though. Devios solos down Reels. This fight is starting to get ugly now for Fnatic. They find the big pluck. They find the driving strike, but over the top with Bologna comes Badger. Isn't enough. Yes, they'll take out Boost, but at what cost? Here comes Fenrir with Ragnarok active. He's going to try to make a play on the backside, not going to get it, going to pull Bologna back into her ultimate and then leap away. Ionic trying to do the damage. Divio's the only real damage dealer remaining on the board. Ionic's going to have to find the CC if they're going to turn this fight at all. There come the anchors coming in. Badger in some trouble. Bludgeon over the top. He's dead to rights and down he will go. A lot of minions there. A lot of traffic in the jungle. I think he actually got blocked.
Yeah, delayed triple kill as well for Devios.
Ionic, please!
Beads comes out from Captain Twig to save the day. Left-hand tower is on his last legs as well, so they should be able to bring down the tier 1 there as well. But Fnatic's call there. They were looking to rotate mid, catch them overextended, but the boys at TSM were ready.
That was all Divios, that fight. All Divios.
Solely down Reels was the make or break there.
I think that was the thing, because they collapsed mid, but Reels came around the side to flank. They knew the flank was coming, and Devios found the target that was prime.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, a hell of an engagement. Can you imagine if Ionic would have missed that freeze, too?
That'd have been...
Poor guy. But yeah,
he was still Fire Giant a few minutes
I can imagine there were some choice words in the Fnatic comms that, had a lot of Fs and a lot of rats in there.
For sure. Yeah. I don't think we'll see Ratatoska get through next time.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Fnatic this time around, they chose priority, right? We saw TSM didn't choose Rat, they chose Ymir. They respect EU's Ymir more than anything else, more than Rat. But then in response, EU did not respect NA's Rat and then picked up Bologna Circuit. And it's not working out for him.
Right, it's like I said before, right? Enoch's played a very good professional level Ymir, right? It's not excellent. It's not like this is his hallmark god now.
Nope.
But that plus Badger not playing it is ending up to be hugely impactful again in this game.
It is.
Yeah,
and now
been
the
playing
fight's
very well.
going to continue here in the backside as well. Reels is being focused down by Devios, who's up against 4. Going to disengage. Onto the tree branch he goes.
This is such a fun ultimate.
Yep.
I hate it. I mean, I hate everything about it, but it's really cool looking.
It does look very, very cool.
Oh,
Twig's
wow.
going in.
Twig. Oh, wow.
Twig's going
Twig
out.
thought he could make the play. Look at Garz. Garz is just farming up those camps, and now he's going to be able to flank here. The boulder does quite a bit of damage, but Ice is going to be able to heal up. Heavenly Jilly procced as well. Backside, here's Garz. He's going to force Reels into the ultimate. He's going to rewind right back into his location, and continuing to fight as Garz now popping the ultimate. Reels is down. No more damage dealers alive. Changa forced out of this fight. Bologna finds yourself between 3. Where's the next freeze from Ionic? It's got to be coming in soon. There it is, and it's another kill coming down. Just 0 surviving this one. Bailed out of that fight early. Fire Giant going the way of TSM
Fnatic
at 28 minutes.
Could not get a kill in that engagement at all. They got so many multiple targets low on HP. Garz going around the backside just destroyed Reels.
Yeah, the start of that fight, Divios just dashed through everybody, and everybody in Fnatic's cons was probably like, rat dash down, and then he just ults to the sky and jumps away and then re-engages. It's so frustrating to play against
Twig
the
went
rat.
in deep looking to try and chase. I guess he's looking for a frontline pick. Is he still looking for the rat there, do you reckon? Or?
I have, I don't know.
I mean, he went in deep and then got bursted.
I think he was just looking for the backline,
Well,
because
he's down.
they almost got a boosh, but the Ice Assault got fully charged and healed him all the way back
And now that's
up.
Fire Giant there, and now Phoenix and the Rat's going to go.
1,500 gold in hand for the Fenrir, over 1,000 for the rest of TSM. These items are going to be finished. Likely to see the Bulwark coming out for the Fenrir. And look at Ratatasker. Who called Heartward Amulet?
Yeah, probably.
Wolfie.
Yeah, Wolfie knew. Yeah, exactly.
Someone knew something.
Wolfie knew.
Somebody knew.
Shout out to Competitive Online.
The funny thing is, like, we came into this and off air we were saying, if this is a stomp this game, we expect that team to go 3-1. I think this is just a misplay from Fnatic and we're going to go all the way.
Yeah.
I think this is the misstep from Fnatic here.
You think they got outdrafted, or you think they got what?
I think they went a bit crazy.
They just got snowballed on Fenrir?
They went Kronos, Changa. I mean, it works. I guess it works with them. I want to see Twig on something other than Circuit. That's what I want to see next game.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you with Circuit, but I don't think it was too crazy. They probably had a lot of success with it.
Of course, yeah. I mean,
so, yeah.
But I'm always careful because I agree. Like, sometimes we'll say, like, that seems really oddball, but clearly you wouldn't just come into a LAN environment and pick something that you've never tried before, unless you're Cyclone Spin solo.
Yeah. Guan Yu?
Yeah.
Why not?
Not played it before, but okay, let's do it. You know,
He
but
played it a lot on the chunks, to be fair, actually.
Did he?
Yeah. We beat Dig week 6 with his Guan, and he carried that game.
you want a
very
game on the
hard.
chunks?
Ah, damn, I see what you did there.
I love you.
That was rough. 30 minutes into this one, guys. Tier 2 is being contested. The base broken on the right side. TSM trying to push through and win this one. They don't want to give Fnatic really an opportunity to get back into this one. Fire Giant buff going to be remaining on them for about another 2 minutes. And the next siege coming in, this could very well determine the game. 18-6 for TSM. And the last stand for Fnatic here. Can they hold TSM out of the base and deny them a victory?
Keep an eye on Ionic for the blink or the Spirit Ball connecting. They're the 2 initiations. There's Ionic going in.
Heavenly
Freeze up to
agility.
Hercules.
Yeah, look at the Hercules locked down. No real follow-up initiation here. Just pot shots into the Phoenix. Phoenix starting to fall down to about 3/4 HP. And, well, you know, I'm a little surprised to not see Divios now make his way to the mid lane. There he goes. You know, they should push up that mid lane wave, I think, as well, and pressure 2 Phoenixes at once.
Yeah,
Fnatic's not giving it up at all. They look like they want to fight for sure.
Yeah, minions starting to stream into the base on the right side as well. This is going to split the map for Fnatic. They have some tough choices to make.
Well, the minion wave in mid is still going to push in for a little while, and then Devios can rotate there as well if he needs to for the Phoenix in mid. But Ionic going to push his way in, immediately driving striked away by Maniac. But there's the engagement.
Oh, it's a 3-man stun. Bush has his ultimate as well in this fight, and there's going to go down. Finding the zone for TSM. Pulling Maniac out of the fight is Garz, just isolating him out. Divio's going to start doing the work there. Kronos ultimate comes out, rewinding. Zero's getting quite low, down about half HP. Wing Gust doing a ton of damage. Divio's doing a ton of damage. Snoopy doing a ton of damage. And down will go Fnatic. TSM will take game number 3.
And that's why you ban the rat.
Yeah, that's why you ban the rat. There it is. If you were wondering, should we ban the rat?
If you're wondering at home why the rat gets banned, that's probably one of the reasons. Devios had a fantastic game in it there. The second time we've seen him, I believe, today, and both games he's done very, very well for himself. Fenrir, though, to be